Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Capricorn for the month of October, including late September. So welcome Capricorn. So we are in the zodiac sign of Libra, which is all about balance, it's all about communication, it's all about karma, you know, cause and effect. You did this and that. This is the action, this is the consequences, basically comes into play when we're in this zodiac sign of Libra. So be mindful of that. So everything comes to a head here to sort of say karmically, are you in a good place or not so good? Or you're paying off a bit of karmic debt, like you may not have done the right thing and now it's come back to bite you. It's an air element, so it's all about communication and how you communicate with people, your ideas, your plans, all that kind of mental energy stuff. You are in your 10th house, which belongs to you yourselves, Capricorn. So it's all about status, where you're going, where you're aiming to go, how you end up, the little goat, the little Capricorn goat that goes right up that steep mountain. Without a thought, he knows he needs to get to the top and he will get there. So excellent. It can be a bit materialistic too, Capricorn, very focused on those aspects of life, but that's okay as well. So let's see your story for this next 4 weeks. Energy around. And you have the green light with the Ace of Wands. So energy abounds. You've got loads of energy coming in to get things moving how you like it. It's new aces are always new beginnings, basically. It's like a rush of energy that comes through, especially if things have been a bit stagnant for you previously. Now you know with the Ace of Wands that things are going to sort of really move very fluidly forward. Very positive, very quick, fast-moving energy. It's fire. So there you go. Get things done. Where you are right now, Capricorn. 10 of Cups. How are you feeling emotionally? Emotions are really important. And the most important thing about emotions is your emotional well-being. And as long as you're emotionally well yourself with the 10, you can expect that will resonate well with the people around you, because we can't get that emotional satisfaction or fulfillment from others. We have to get it from ourselves. And then that sort of resonates back to others, and then they feel valued emotionally as well. It's actually the old sort of theme for it would have been the marriage card, but we've kind of progressed along the way about, you know, who fulfills us. We fulfill ourselves first and then others can be fulfilled, but we can't get it from other people, and that's why a lot of these relationships come to a standstill, because it's sort of expecting others to make us happy. Only we can do that, and you're in a good position there, so brilliant. Let's see what's brought this in and influenced this, actually, Capricorn. 7 of Pentacles. So Pentacles being Earth, being your sign. So thinking about the last, 9 months and how you have proceeded along your journey with your work and your money and your whole everyday sort of stuff that we have to do, and having a good hard look behind you and seeing how far you've come. It's the card of the harvest. So it's like there's still work to be done, but don't forget to congratulate yourself for what you have done. And if you haven't done it, well, there's no time like the present to do it. But we're talking to Capricorns here, so of course they very much meted their success by the journey that is how far the journey has come so far. What have they achieved? Have they got further up the mountain, or are they just still stuck? It's all about that, moving toward the goal. So brilliant card for you to have. So that's going to be a theme all month. let's go into the background, what was going in August, September for you, and still is potent today. The Lovers, big decisions to be made. It can be relationships, obviously, of course. How's that going? How are those relationships going? They've been under the microscope. It's still there, but in the bigger picture, the Lovers is about making big decisions that are going to sort of project out into the future, so you need to be absolutely sure that you're making the right decision. It's sort of in a way like a marriage too. You can't just say, oh yes, hello, let's just get married, I've known you 2 weeks, and then just go, oh my God, I really didn't think that through. But this is that kind of card, so big decisions here with the Lovers. Make sure those decisions are not made from an emotional point of view, but from all the points of view. Because it's a big decision you're about to make, and it's sitting there waiting for you to make it. But what you have here so far is quite good, I think, because it's sort of focusing on how you're going in your day-to-day life, but also about loving yourself first, and then you can love other people and they can love you, but you're still that individual entity, so you need to sort of love yourself first. Recent influences. Big transformation has occurred. This card, Scorpio card, major card. So you've got 2 major cards already. So this is about the changes that you have made this year. You've been through a lot. But it's not gone unnoticed, because you have been slowly getting on board with how things are, how things should be, how you want things to be, and how you are the pilot of your own plane, if you know what I mean. You're the one that can make these changes. You're the one that can write mistakes and learn from them. And that's transformation, the Death card. But it's all about moving from one state into another. To put it simply, it's like coming out of winter and going into spring. It's a whole different energy, isn't it? Whereas winter can be so cumbersome and boring and cold and wet and nasty. But then we look forward to the spring, which is full of life and bloom and happiness and sun. So think of that as what you have achieved just recently. And it's a big card, so use that energy and think, yeah, actually, I have changed and I have transformed myself, and I've learnt lots of lessons through what I thought were mistakes. But you do things over and over, the better you get. Practice makes perfect, Capricorn. The lesson you'll be learning. The 2 of Cups, the soulmate card. Your perfect pair, your perfect other person. But we go back to the 10 of Cups, which sort of said, you first, and then you can attract somebody that sort of really, like a hand in a glove, sort of fits perfectly. So it's a lovely card to have. It not only talks about romantic partners or partnership in terms of marriage, etc., and soulmate sort of energy. It sort of can talk about anything that you've sort of found a passion within, and that you think, oh my God, this is really what I want to do. I'm so lucky I've found this, or this has found me. I'm not going to lose sight of the fact that I'm in a very great situation, and I will learn a lot from it, and I already have. So there you go, beautiful card. Think about that soulmate card, that deep connection with anything that you really are 100% like, this is what drives me, this is what I want to do, or this person is the person for me. We kind of get along together. We sort of have an energy where, yeah, we can argue, but we can resolve, all that kind of thing. It's not about Disney World, perfect sunrise, sunset, riding off into the fabulousness. This is about hard yakka sometimes within that sort of struggle. Near future. Another big card. The Star, so keep moving forward, Capricorn, no matter what you do. forward moving is the only way to move. If you stop and if you sort of don't move anywhere, or you constantly harking back to the past, you're not going to be able to move forward. And the star comes in to sort of say everything's possible as long as you keep moving, you know, and taking everything into account that's already happened and move towards a better place. So that's coming in for you, and a major card. So, you know, take hold of that because it's big. And for whatever decisions you're making and transformations that you've been through, this is the way forward. So there's not much else you can say about that card. It is brilliant, the star, and it's about having hope and faith in the future, and hope and faith that everything will work out as long as you keep in that forward motion sort of energy, not just sitting there going, oh, life was mean to me, so I'm just not going to do anything. Well, then nothing. You do nothing, you get nothing. Okay, so let's see what's happening that you're not realising. Knight of Wands, you're almost there. You've come a long way this year, really working hard, lots of energy being spent, and you're almost there. You're almost toward reaching the goal you want to achieve. And this is very physical. So it's all about your body, how you sort of do things, your stamina, how you can sort of just overcome obstacles and just keep going. It's like the marathon runner. He goes through all sorts of levels of pain, doesn't he? And he gets 1K out, and then he just knows that adrenaline that we have within our bodies just surges forth, and we get over the line, even though we thought we wouldn't. So always remember that, Capricorn, and I'm sure you've already experienced that, but that's something to be really reminding yourself of every time when you're sort of coming out of something or looking back on something and going, yeah, well, actually, I got through it anyway, despite the fact I thought I wouldn't. Let's see how other people see you. Wow, Knight of Cups. Offers coming through. Sort of young, youthful energy here too. In love with the idea of love, a bit idealistic, wanting everything. I think this has got a lot to do with intimate relationships, close relationships. Once again, it's hard slog. And that when we sort of, the first flushes of love and everything can be fantastic, but it's a hard road to hoe. And I'm thinking, you know, here people are looking at you like you're just sort of being a bit too idealistic about that emotional side, because you guys are really sort of wired for more sort of moving forward, and when it comes to matters of the heart, or that you can be a bit idealistic, like, oh yes, that would be great, or, you know, it'd be nice to have the best partner, but then again, we have to work at it. So being idealistic is like, yeah, take off the rose-coloured glasses, and reality is relationships can be really challenging and hard work. So, but this is a very useful card. So, and I would suggest for Capricorn, because their energy is consumed with other matters when it comes to romance and, you know, the connection with somebody special, it can be a bit idealistic, whereas in other words, realistically, it's a bit of a minefield, but we have to do it. Transformation, see again, moving forward, making big decisions. So there's a lot going on for you this 4 weeks, Capricorn. Okay, in your 10th house of status. Positive feelings, we have decisions to make. Once again, moving forward is the most important. You had here in your energy around the reading was plenty of energy to sort of launch whatever this project is, make it happen. It can be for the known or the unknown, but do you just make the decision and move? Time to make decisions here, because they will move forward very quickly, because I feel like you've done a lot of work and a lot of things have happened this year where now you're in a position where you can go, okay, let's do that. Let's just make that decision and move on, because it's going to go quickly. It's going to move quickly like a bit of wildfire. So it's about making that decision, and you know that because it's in positive feelings. The outcome. Good news is on the horizon for you. Could be a child coming through for some of you. It could be that are planning that way or expecting that child, which could be, due probably November, December time. But overall, it just means that good news is coming. So whatever you're working towards, etc., and making this decision, good news will come out of it. So just do it. I'm just going to put a clarifier on that Two of Wands and see what's under the surface of that. If we can get some more info, please, on that. High Priestess. Discernment, prescience, prophecy and vision. So this is very highly intuitive card. So using your intuition, not your brain, with this one. The High Priestess reminds you of the feminine principle of receptivity, gathering power by receiving information and waiting for others to act first. Allow the world to show you its intentions. The goddess blesses and protects you when the High Priestess appears on your path. So just really trust your intuition. What does that tell you? She doesn't come along very often, but she sort of tells you that wherever your decision is going to be, it's going to be really good. But you just have to make the decision, wait for other people to act, because it's almost, it's a very magical kind of a card. And she sort of rules the spirit world in terms of, you just have to wait. Sometimes it's important to make a decision and then wait for the rewards to come in. But it's very much about your inner vision and really intuitive hunches, all those things that we think, oh, I felt like this, I felt like that, but you've got to kind of obey them. It's not a time for your mind to be in there and starting to try and control. You've got to sort of feel this one. Okay, Capricorn, thanks so much for listening. Please like and subscribe as it builds the channel, and it's free. And as usual, thank you so much for listening. Have a great month.